Hey guys, how are you today? Today we're going to talk, in this video we're going to talk about fasting with Bragg's apple cider vinegar. We're going to talk about the benefits of fasting, and we're going to talk about my personal experience and how I lost 25 pounds by using apple cider vinegar within 1 year, fasting once a week. Okay, stay tuned. Okay guys, we're back. Okay, so I just want to start off with this, is that about three years ago I weighed 215 to 220 pounds. Okay, and then at some point I realized that I want to become skinnier, I want to lose weight, and I want to feel better about myself, and all these things came to me. And what I started doing, and I remember that my father, when I was a child, used distilled water and fasting to lose weight and to just for general health. So I started talking to him, and he said, yeah, I used to use the system by Paul Bragg system. And I said, wow, that's amazing, because you know, I see they sell Paul Bragg's apple cider vinegar everywhere in the stores these days. And he said, yeah, so that's what I use. So I went in, I bought the Paul apple cider vinegar, Paul Bragg's, and I went and I started learning more about it. I went online and I found Paul Bragg's has a website where you can download actually he has some ebooks that are $2.99 each book, and you can read a lot about fasting and different other things that he recommends for health. Paul Bragg was one of the first crusaders talking about health, healthy eating, organic food, and fasting. So what happened to me is that I went in, I read his book, and I'm going to put a link below in the description here to his book, and you can check it out. It's only $2.99. You can buy it if you like, and you can read in depth about all of the benefits and everything like that. But I'm just going to talk about it here, and fast we're going to just discuss some things. So first, the system is like this. Paul Bragg recommends to fast once a week for 52 weeks out of the year. Then he recommends to do a 7-day fast before the summer and a 7-day fast after the summer. Okay, I have never gotten to the 7-day fast, but a 1-day fast a week is very easily can be accomplished by almost anybody, unless you have some serious health conditions. Okay, and the benefits of fasting are amazing. Okay, increased energy, weight loss, diabetes disappears from the picture once you start fasting, because the system begins to cleanse itself. What happens now is that once you take the food out of the equation, even for 1 day a week, your body will start to conserve the energy that it usually uses to digest the food in your system. It starts to take that energy that it's conserving and use it for regeneration of whatever the problem is in your body. So stomach problems, depression, joint issues, some type of dermatological issues, allergies, all these things begin to become better by fasting. Why? Because the energy that was being used to digest your food now is being diverted to heal itself. Our body wants to heal itself. So if we get a cut, something happens, we get a scrape, within about a week or two the scrape is going to heal and it's going to disappear. Have we done anything for it? No, we haven't. The body just heals itself. The same thing the body wants to do is inside. It wants to heal everything that is going on, but we don't give it a chance, because it's using up all the energy for our life, for our stress and anxieties, for our food digestion. So, and then there's nothing left at the end of the day for the regeneration. So what fasting allows you to do is allows you to give the opportunity to the body to regenerate itself. Now, it seems simple enough to fast 1 day a week, but it's actually not that easy. Okay, to fast for 24 hours is not an easy thing. So what Bragg uses his Bragg's apple cider vinegar to help you with that alone. First of all, there's a whole system that he recommends before you're going to start fasting. He recommends for 1 week to change your diet. Now, he doesn't say that you have to be a vegan to be able to fast. You can actually be a regular meat consumption person, okay, red meat, chicken, whatever, but for that week if you decide to fast, I'm going to fast on Saturday, or I'm going to fast on Sunday. So now what you have to do on Monday is that you have to start, you take off the meat, you take off all the heavy foods, and you just decrease you have a very light week of eating, okay? So you eat salads, you maybe eat a little bit of fish, you eat some vegetables, okay? You really change your diet for that week, because you really just can't just jump into a fasting day, because you're gonna not feel good, you're gonna have headaches, and you won't be able to, you know, go through with it. So what you have to do is that you have to take this 1 week by just kind of dropping down with your food consumption, you know, eating some healthy, maybe nuts, some healthy vegetables, some healthy organic foods, and just kind of unload a little bit, okay? At the end of the week, when you're ready to fast, when your body is feeling good and you've been eating smaller portions and you've been eating a little bit less during that whole week, now you're ready to fast. Now you don't have to fast for 24 hours right away, okay? You can do 12 hours, you can do 6 hours, you can do 8 hours, okay? But what Paul suggests is that during that time you make a drink. Then you can actually see how to make that drink in my other video, and I'm going to put a link right here below in the description. You can check out that other video on how to make that apple cider vinegar great tasting drink. But fast, I'm just going to tell you about it here. You take about 8 ounces cup, you fill it up with water. I like to do warm water. You take 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, you put it in there, and you take 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of honey. I prefer clover honey because it's nice and hypoallergenic. So I just mix that up together, and then I have my drink. So what happens is that Friday, let's say I decided to fast on Saturday, so Friday night, I'm gonna have my dinner, and Friday night, 5, 6 o'clock, not too late, not a heavy dinner. I would have eaten as light as I possibly could throughout the day on Friday. Friday, I'm gonna sit down, 5 or 6 o'clock, have my dinner, have my fish, have my vegetables. You know, I can have my, you know, a little bit of dessert or some nuts or things like that, whatever you want, but very light, just a little bit smaller than usual. And that will be your last meal for that evening, okay? At that point on, your fast begins. Now you can make this drink, which is 8 ounces of water, 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and 2 teaspoons of honey, okay? Now you have this drink, and at this point on, if you feel hungry or if you feel like you need to eat something, you just go and you have some of that drink. What happens is that the apple cider vinegar will curb your appetite, and the honey that's inside there will give you a little bit of an energy boost, and will help you to get through it. Now you can drink this drink as many times as you like. There's really no limit on that. And even if you're a diabetic patient, what happens is that the apple cider vinegar in that drink will help the insulin to stay low, because the apple cider vinegar has that effect on insulin. It keeps it low. So diabetic patients are able to consume the honey inside the apple cider vinegar because of the apple cider in it, okay? So now at this point on, you drink your drink, and you don't do many activities. In the beginning, it's a little bit hard, okay? You don't want to go outside and do a lot of walking and do some exercise, things like that. You just want to try to relax as much as you possibly can. Just stay home, maybe, watch some TV or do some light walking. So you go to bed and you go to sleep. So you've slept through the night, and then you wake up in the morning. So let's say, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, you started your fast at 6. So now you're already 12 hours into it. If you woke up at 6 or 7, so 6 from 6, that's already 12 hours. That's fasting. Even though it was at night, it was fasting. So now, all you need to do is you just go for as long as you possibly can throughout that day, okay? You need to limit your activities for that day. That's 100%. In the beginning, it was very difficult for me to, because I'm very active person. I move around a lot. I can't sit still. I have to do something. So for me, it was a little bit difficult. So I actually felt my energy, even though I was drinking the apple cider vinegar, and you can drink that drink an unlimited amount of time throughout the day. Obviously, you're not going to want to drink like gallons of it, but you can drink it. You can wake up in the morning, you make that drink, 8 ounces of water, you drink it down, and it will curb your appetite. And you don't have to drink it right away when you wake up. Go for as long as you can without having any food. That's the best advice for you. Go as long as you can without having any food or drinks. And when you're feeling a little bit hungry, you drink the apple cider vinegar with honey. And it curbs your appetite, you get through it. So you do that for as long as you can. That's your first time you're ever fasting, okay? And then you stay with it, okay? In a couple of hours, let's say in an hour or two, you're feeling a little bit hungry, you make yourself another 8 ounces, you drink it again, okay? And you get through it, and you see how long you can take. Now, in the beginning, the first time that I did it, I wasn't able to do a full 24 hours. So about 3 o'clock, I felt really hungry, and then I decided to come out of the fast. Now, there's a special way how to come out of the fast, which comes right from from Paul Bragg's fasting booklet that you can get online. Okay, there's the way how you come out of the fast is that you need to introduce a special salad that he recommends that will clean your system out and improve all of the digestion inside your body. So the salad is very simple. You take a cabbage, you cut it into two, you shred it on a shredder, you shred it in a big bowl, as much as you want. You shred it nice and good. Then you take carrots, you shred all the carrots up in there, as much as you like, and then you take about a whole beet. You take a beet, okay? So you take a beet and you shred it. Now, all you have these 3 items. You have a beet, you have a carrot, and you have cabbage. You shred it all up. You put nothing in it. You don't put any dressing or any olive oil or any pepper or anything like that. You just, as it is, you mix it up, okay? You mix it up. It creates some of its own, a little bit of its own juices in there, okay? And then you just mix it up, and this is what you eat. This is the first thing that you eat when you come out of the fast, okay? And you can eat as much as you want of it. It's okay. I would make a huge, huge bowl of that stuff for myself, and I would just eat it and eat it and eat it, okay? And I would have the whole thing. That would be the first thing that I would ever eat. Now, what that salad does, it's like a broom. It just cleans out your system. So you haven't eaten for as long as you could have taken. Let's say it was 12 hours, 16, 18 hours, or 24 hours. Now your system is clean, okay? Your body has been regenerating itself. Your stomach has been regenerating itself. Now the salad comes in and it just sweeps everything down, okay? Now, usually right after that, let's say in an hour or two, you might have a good, you go to the bathroom, you have a nice bathroom session, and it just kind of clears everything off. After that, in an hour or two, you can have a regular salad where you make your salad with tomatoes and cucumbers and whatever you like to put it there, with the olive oil, and you can have a little piece of fish or a little piece of meat if you're eating meat. It's okay, you can have that, but just in smaller portions, okay? And that's how you come out of the fast. This is the most beneficial way of coming out of the fast. And you will notice that when you're out of the fast, your stomach would have shrunk at that time, and you will not be able to eat as much. So don't try to eat as much as you usually eat at that time, okay? Just try to consume less. Chew your food. What I've noticed right after my first fast is that I went back trying to eat some of the meat that I would eat back then. Now I consume a lot less meat, so I would have to chew the meat. After the fast, my chewing time went down to so much, is that because I thought I wasn't able to take it in. So just naturally I started chewing the meat more and more because I felt that if I don't chew it, it would go down into my stomach and it would just didn't feel good, That's what fasting did for me in the beginning. It made me almost not want to eat the same things that I've eating, and it was like an amazing feeling. After that, it made me want to chew food more, which is something we don't do at all. We just gulp food and we just kind of swallow it, So that from just the first fast, there was so many neat things that started happening to me. It was just amazing, okay? And basically, I try to do that for the whole year, once a week, and for 24 hours. It took me about a month. It took me about 4 fasting sessions to get into a nice, comfortable rhythm of doing these fasts 24 hours where I felt really good. I prepared my apple cider vinegar in advance. I made more than just 8 ounces. I would make like almost a gallon of the apple cider vinegar. I pre-made it, and I just had, with a proper proportion, and I just had it ready, so I would take it with me everywhere I would go. That's another thing that I want to recommend. You want to make it more in the same proportion, okay, and you take it everywhere you go, so you have it. So when you feel the hunger and you feel that kind of, you know, feeling of hunger, you just drink the apple cider vinegar and it helps you get you through it. Okay, so that's it for this video. There's gonna be another video coming up, because you just can't pack it all up, all this information in one video. So stay tuned for part 2. All right, thank you guys, have a great day. Bye.